Hey, people of the internet, so I'm very excited to be here with you, and I'm here with Joshua. I've been wanting to do this with him for a very long time. Finally, I've gotten him on the channel, and I think it's going to be an interesting one because I've known Joshua for a very long time, and he has also known me for a very long time. I may say, but just that he don't know all the secrets that I have. Precisely, yeah, he also has some secrets that I don't know. But we are here to share experiences on how we were able to take the national residency exams here, how they call it in Morocco. And then we are going to give off our tips and we learn together. And it's going to be a nice, thing to share with you guys. So you guys just stay glued. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do it to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a like and then leave a comment in the comment section. It's really necessary for us to tell you more about what we are planning to do, because there's more we are going to do for you guys here. Looking at the fact that we are very new, I'm talking a lot. And also I have, one interesting person behind the camera, and he's going to help us through, the journey, because it's not going to be an easy one. And I'm really, really excited, as you can tell. And, when I get excited, I talk a lot. So let's get straight into it. So like I said earlier, we're going to talk about our experiences and how our residency exam has been and how it went and how we finally came out successfully. I'm not going to brag though, but I'm just going to say it as it is. So Joshua, people, welcome, Joshua.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Don't let it look like I'm the host today. We are just going to talk about our experiences. And the first time you came here, it's been a long time. How long was it?
Like 1 year or 2 years now.
2 years now.
I've not been here.
You've not been here. I remember we started off, we had an old video where we used to talk about, health related issues.
Yeah, health, sex, and education.
Right. But now we are here, we are doing more than that. And now I think this is the best time to talk more about health because we are immersed in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So today, as I introduced, except if you have something to tell the audience, what do you have to tell them?
Nothing. They should just subscribe and then leave a comment. That's very important.
Yeah, that's really, really important. So let's get straight into it. Manager, do you have something to tell us? Nothing.
Say something there.
Yeah, nothing yet. Okay, so we are going to just start in, we have some couple of questions to ask ourselves, and along the way we are going to be asked as well. So guys, we are going to start off with our background, and then where we actually come from and how far we've come. And everybody knows that we are Ghanaians. Trust me, everybody knows. Our accent at the hospital says it all. And it's understandable. And so people get the context, because it's really necessary if you're a Ghanaian speaking English and then you happen to pass this exams which is written in French. People would like to know where you come from. And me, I'm from a small village in Ghana, in Volta region. And then, we are a fishing community as well. And if not that, this position right now, I should be a fisherman by now, because that's literally what we do in the village. And aside that, I think that's enough for my background.
I'm also from a small town.
No, I don't call your place a small town.
Okay,
it's not a small city. It's not because you always brag all the time that your place is not here.
That is true. Your place is a village.
It's
I'm
not
from
been
a
there.
small town in the Upper West region of Ghana. It's called Busse. Yeah, and then I grew up there, and from there, I started my education over there. Basically, I started my school over there. After that, I moved to the best single-sex school in Ghana.
Okay.
London Senior High School.
Okay, aside that, I feel like I have this feeling. Did you go to a public school or
I went to a public school.
Because they always believe that the people who went to the private school are really
that we
brilliant.
are dumb.
Those
that
who
one
go
is
to
true. But this one was the opposite of that. I went to the public school.
So not at any point in your life you went to a private school?
I never went to a private school.
Not even when you started crèche?
No, that one was different. That one was different.
Why is that different from?
I didn't stay there for long. I just left.
You still. See, let's be honest, your foundation is really important. So if you happen to go to a private school that they teach you very well.
No, everything started in Busse.
So you are not going to credit the private school.
That one I didn't even know anything.
Okay.
I didn't know anything.
I didn't know
anything. So everything started in Busse there. From Busse, I went to the single-sex school, best single-sex school in Ghana.
You keep on stressing on that. I'm not going to argue.
I'm very proud.
For the sake of time, I'm not going to argue.
Okay. From there, I moved to Morocco. We started the French. No, but we knew ourselves in in Accra before you come here.
Yeah, because I remember very well that I sent a message to you.
Yeah,
and you always you always tell me that I always thought you were a girl
because I was having my sisters and
no
picture
problem.
on my DP.
No problem. So I never thought of that.
He started chatting me like a girl. He wanted to propose to me.
It's fine. All the same, it's latest year. Yeah. So I also attended Keta Senior High, and I did science, and I came to Morocco to study pharmacy, and then I ended up studying medicine.
Yeah, and the same story. I also came to Morocco to study pharmacy. Yeah, but I ended up studying medicine.
I feel like you are copying me, but it happened to be the same story.
No. So. Because I wanted a medicine initially, but they gave me pharmacy. So but they said if you come and then you pass the French very well, you'll be able to change.
That's always been the story in Morocco, But since I've been changing it lately, but then I ended up doing anesthesia and reanimation, and then I finally got into the medicine in a very long, story that I will tell some other time. I think that
I also did the same thing.
The same story.
I did anesthesia for some 2-3 months,
and then
and later I left it. And
that's interesting. So we were nurses before now. Yeah, and it's really interesting because it helps us a lot in the hospital. Yeah. So basically we're going to talk about how we actually got into the residency program. How do you feel the whole journey? Was it stressful? Was it interesting? Was it?
Yeah. It was easy. It was very stressful. Like, I will not lie.
Yeah.
I will not lie.
How many months did you take to study?
Okay, I left. Everything started. Okay, the first thing I did was making up my mind that I was going to write the exams. Yeah. And I started compiling the books. You get it? Because you're having like different books. Mm-hmm. Like let's take in Ghana system, we're having Aquila, we're having Atake, we're having exactly. Series. Yeah, there's some people that like Atake, there's some people that like Aquila. Mm-hmm. So I started selecting the books. Mm-hmm. So I came out and I said, okay, I'll use this book. So I'll focus on that book. Mm-hmm. Though all the books are talking about the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I started from there, and then we started learning. But I actually started like intensive learning somewhere in August, where I decided not to go out. So from August to December, I didn't go out. I was just learning all the time. Oh,
yeah. That would be stressful. Okay. Mine is quite the same, but different though. Because for me, I also made up my mind. I made up my mind in the 3rd year that I wanted to get into the residency program. So, I started compiling the books as well. But then, from the beginning, from my medical school, I don't like to read a lot of books. So I just look for the summary. So I was only interested in the summary. In the mise en page. So I looked for the summary, and then I made my mind that this is the book, because it's really important to know the kind of book you'd want to read. And then obviously we did the first round, and I think we failed. We failed. Yeah. But we failed.
No, but because we didn't make up our mind, we're still having the doubts that okay, if this one didn't go well, we can try writing US similar or PLAB. Like we're still having other options.
that cost a lot of money. But I feel like
some of us we still go for start. We're still going for
for the clinical. I always tell this thing: if someone really wants to write this exams, he has to forget about hospital rotation.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it was
the second round. That's what we did.
Yeah. So I started intensive learning from but I did a little bit of YouTube video. I'm not bragging, but I didn't do all learning like he did. Yeah. Every morning he wakes up and he learns, and then and I think it's stressful because it's kind of it's a mental drain. Because nobody loves to learn. Me personally, I don't like to learn.
But time you get up and then you learn and you still get angry. I see someone.
It gets that way. But then that tells us those are the challenges. Learning and then not enjoying what you are learning. Those are challenges. But then how did you overcome them at the end of the day?
Yeah, I used to do jogging every evening. Every evening.
I don't see you jog.
I used to do jogging every evening.
All right, you jog,
Yeah, just to blow up the steam for the day, because you get up at 4, you started learning, you take your tea as at 6, you continue learning till 12, you have your siesta, after that you continue till evening, and then around 6 I go for jogging just to blow up the steam, and then come back and then continue. Usually I sleep around 10. 11 there.
Yeah, because it's really important. For me, the sleep was really, really important to me, that I normally wake up late and I sleep early. All right. But then I play a little football. But I think I remember now at some time I used to join it for the jogging.
It was only
twice or 3. But still, that's how come I knew that, that. So it's really important to exercise because it's not always about the book. I remember sometimes I watch movie. I don't know if
we
you do.
all that one was also part of the
releasing of the blowing of the steam. But then
so tell us about the structure of the whole exams.
Okay.
All right. Well, the structure of the exams will also determine how you learn.
Yeah.
Because the way you learn for multiple choice question
is different from
the way
you learn from
there. Because this kind of exams is like something you have to write. And the moment you start writing, you make sure you're writing the correct thing. Yeah. There are no doubts. Yeah, I remember very well. There are no doubts. Yeah.
The thing is, like, we're having it's divided into two forms, or 3 forms. We're having anatomy, we're having biology, we're having pathologies,
the pathologies,
medical and chirurgical, and then we are now having the emergencies, the urgents.
Yeah.
So with you write the first day for the exams, you write the anatomy and then the biology. You write the anatomy at 8. You start at 8 and you finish at 10, and you come back at 2.
Yeah.
And continue with the biology. You close at around 4 day. The next day, you go for the pathologies. You have the pathology medical at 8. You close at 10, and then you continue with the pathology.
Yeah, and I remember very well that those days were very stressful because between
especially
every exams, we have to learn, and then again when you come home, you don't have to sleep. I remember
even that is the instances where some people will sit down for the anatomy, the biology or the anatomy in the morning, and then they decide not to come in the afternoon
because it's really stressful. Yeah. I remember very well at some point where you would have to learn. I remember you learned something and never came up in the exams, and then you spent almost the whole night when we came back from the anatomy and then the biology. Yeah, it gets to that point. But then I think that the way the exams is structured, it's not really about how good you can write. It's about how mentally strong you are. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, when you leave the exams, you have to be preparing for the next one. And I always say it all the time that, look, when you are going for the exams, you have to write the first one very, very well.
Yeah. Because especially the anatomy.
Yeah, because it is with that particular momentum
that motivates you to go for the second one.
So all the time I do say that.
Even that's why there are instances where people will just leave the exams room, they will not come. And then they some people even started vomiting in the exam room.
Yeah, because
they'll give the paper, they'll start
they start shaking. Yeah,
they'll start shaking.
It is. Even at some point you wouldn't want to, would want to use the you don't want to go to toilet because you want to be well prepared. You remember when we avoided eating spicy food before the exams?
Because make sure you get some tacos.
Yeah, because this is a concours that when you feel like a lot of people are going for this exams, we're about 700 or something.
Yeah,
and then
873.
They don't care if you would have to use the toilet. I mean, if you are going for the toilet, it's your own course. So you need to prepare yourself very well. Even if you don't have to eat, you would have to avoid. And that was all about the structuring and then how we avoid certain challenges. And at the end of the day, it went well. And I think it helped us for.
And then one thing you should know is that it's not like a semester exam where you just want to get your pass mark. This one is a competition.
Yeah, it's a competition. Yeah, you should be the best.
Because we were like 800 and something, and they were looking for 140 students.
Yeah.
So you should be part of the first 140.
Yeah, exactly. That was the aim. And one thing I always tell people is that don't compete yourself with others. Write the right thing.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, everybody's writing the right thing. So just make sure you write the right thing. So if 10 people are writing the right thing, maybe then it comes down to mistakes forgetting to label your stuff well and then arranging your
structure.
It's really important.
It's just like the exams is just like you going to present do a presentation.
A presentation.
Yeah, you just start with the normal introduction. You go to.
You remember at a point where we have no idea about a particular question, then it's all about structure. Then we have to just structure and fill in some space. It's like writing. Exactly. It's like writing a title and filling a form. Yeah, exactly.
So you need to know how to
structure it. Yeah, I remember. So it happens. So structuring is really, really, really important. Yeah.
Okay. So what about your time management, the tips you use, and even the resources you use in studying?
Yeah. The resources here.
But that's what I said. Yeah. There are different resources. We're having let me just with this contest. We're having the
2018,
2020
program.
We're having 2020 program. We're even having some.
I will
19
link it in
something-
the description.
So 19, and then we're having the proper,
Yeah.
proper program.
Yeah.
Lombardi.
Yeah, Lombard. At a point, honestly, I felt like before the first round, when we went for the first round and I failed, I feel like then 2018 was a lot. There are a lot of stuff that
you
were
need
not
to
necessary that you need to
summarize
bring
that,
out.
yeah.
But then somebody actually did a summary for you. Why would you summarize again? So I just stick to the 2020, and I think it was really, really cool. Then 2020 for the anatomy and biology, that was the best I've ever seen. And it's well structured. It's understandable. You don't really have to, force yourself to understand. It's self-explanatory.
And then the one thing is that everything is just important. You just don't be like, oh, let me learn the anatomy and biology and leave the Jones later. No.
I feel like
you can pass the anatomy. Okay, you can pass the first round. And then you feel the second round.
I feel like the emergency is really important for us because it is based on that they really select. At the end of the day, if you are going to be an emergency, you don't know the pathologies in the emergency. How would you? How would you be able to? And then, when it comes to timing, it's really important.
This is what we used to do. We used to use the past questions and then you time ourselves because every question takes 30 minutes.
No, so, I don't agree with you. Yeah. The question is 2 hours question.
2 hours question.
So it's up to you to structure it 30.
Exactly.
For me, I think you have to answer the question in 2 hours.
This is how I did. Initially, I
because there are some questions that would take
and I'll use 30 minutes to time myself. Later on, I will use the whole, let's take a 1990. There are past questions. I'll use, anatomy, 1990 is 4 questions. I'll use the past questions, 4 questions. Time myself 2 hours. And make sure that I finish within that stipulated time.
Yeah, so you don't, at this point, you don't really care about if one question was supposed to be finished in 30 minutes.
Because there are some questions that are like smaller, like I think it's smaller, something like the popular question. But a question like triangle the scrapper.
Yeah, it takes time. Scrapper takes time. And then I believe that with that, because I was having a conversation the other time with a certain lady, I'm like, when you are having your question, you are serving. Solving the question, and then you get to, triangle the scappa, and you bypass the 30 minutes mark. Are you going to stop and answer another question? No.
No. That's why you start with the small. That's why the same.
You always start with the small. It's not about how good you can write. It's about how smart you are in the exams hall. And so, I really, really
because there are some questions you can use like 1 hour.
Exactly. There are some questions that can go like up to 1 hour. Yeah, I really, really, I agree with you. But the timing, I always say that the timing, in a week, all right, when you have a week, for me, I believe that you cannot learn the same thing the whole day. So you can mix it up so that it doesn't get boring. Because that's one thing I've realized. When you are doing, pathology the whole day, it's boring. So in the morning, probably.
Okay, this is what I used to do. I used to start like pathology, what's the name? Anatomy, biology. Like let's take that today. I'm having anatomy. I'll start at 4 because I like that system. 4. I get up at 4.
4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Wow.
I started learning like let's take the anatomy. So somewhere around 10, I have to change because I cannot continue the whole anatomy.
Exactly. It gets boring. It's exhausting as well.
I have to change.
So for the timing, it's really necessary to know the whole week. Maybe you have to get some time for yourselves. So what I normally do is that in the morning, I take anatomy and biology, one of them. In the evening, I take the pathologies, one of them. So Tuesday, I take another 10. So it's like that. So let's say Monday, I take anatomy. Evening, I take, pathology medical. So on Tuesday, I take, biology. In the evening, I take pathology.
And don't forget the Jones.
Yeah, and the emergency, it's always on Fridays, and then the weekend I solve past questions. But as the exams was, and watch movies as well. But and sleep as well. You have to really sleep.
You have to get enough sleep.
And as the exams was approaching, the tension became very high, and all I did was solving past questions. And then the sleeping became less and less.
It helps
and
a lot.
It helps a lot because all the questions we were going to, solve in the exams,
all the questions are repeated.
Except our year that there were some questions that were never repeated.
Our year they try to. I don't know why because we're many. They try to bring questions they never asked.
And then
So and then that was what I think that was also our advantage.
How?
Because we also prepare for that.
But I literally saw a question that I never read. I read once, but I was not.
Especially pathology medical.
The neuropathy stuff. Man. I just read it once.
Not only that one.
Amyloidosis or something. I read it a little bit. But then, I wasn't expecting certain questions, but they did come. So that was cool.
And then just make sure that you answer all the questions.
Do your best.
Just make
do
sure
your best. That's why you have to create the form and fill it.
If you answer 1 or 2, 3 questions, then I think you will pass. Forget. Because there's someone that's already answered all the questions, and then the fellow is going to answer all, and to be all the questions, biology, all the questions.
So don't leave paper blank.
Don't leave. No.
At least write something.
In some cities, if you leave a paper blank, it's actually like already it wasn't a,
you are eliminated.
You are eliminated.
Okay.
But rather they try to consider you, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm not sure. But in some cities, no.
Okay. All right.
So what would you do different if you were to write this exam again?
What would I do different? For me, I will always start. I don't think I'll change something. No, I wouldn't. No. It's the same thing.
Because that's that method, I think.
That's the best method. Yeah, that's the best method. I mean, I feel like if there's the best method, I should start doing, masterclass already. That's the best method. Because it's about the emergency first. Read the emergency randomly. Like, get the idea of what, so that whenever you see the topic, you know what is being asked under it.
I think it was in the day we went for the emergency after the exams. I was looking for you to just tell him that this time around there's no way we are not going to get it.
Yeah, because it's just that. I'm not
There's
copying.
no way we are not going to get this thing.
Yeah, because
almost all the questions we answered together and when it was already there.
Yeah, it's just that.
Like, there was no way we're not going to get it.
It's just that.
So we're only waiting for, like, that time, we were only waiting for time to pass.
Yeah. And it's the aftermath is really, really worrying.
First, I was even targeted. I was like, oh, I'm going to be part of the first one, the first 50. Yeah, the first, because I made sure I answered the questions very well.
Yeah.
So I told you I was going to be part of the first 50.
Yeah.
So when the list came,
after checking the first 50, you went
what? I didn't see my name.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
I
had one in the 19.
My D diamonds.
Yeah, the D diamonds.
They
were all over the place.
Until you move out, okay. You saw your name down there.
Yeah, at least as long as we are part of the first one for 10 minutes, cool.
That was the most important thing.
There's no need stressing ourselves over.
Yeah, but
it's the aftermath that kills. I mean, the anticipation, the waiting.
Hey.
Yeah, it really, really also plays a role on our mental health.
And then we even thought they were going to give us like a grace period before we start. The day the exams came, the next day they said we are starting stage. Yeah. We are starting in hospital.
Yeah. And it is.
We didn't even get a time to cool off.
And it is doing justice to us.
So, do you think your friendship contributed to this success in the examination?
Yeah. The motivation is there because it's really necessary.
We motivated ourselves.
Even you remember when we joined the group, people actually look for people to study with. The motivation really helps.
And then we used to like give ourselves like some tips and then And then sometimes when we are going to church, we'll be walking and we'll be asking ourselves questions.
Randomly
like,
asking
if we get
questions.
this, like, how are we going to do it and those stuff.
Yeah, and it really helped.
It helps a lot. It helps a lot.
And keep on giving the tips when I'm in the hospital and I need your help. Because sometimes I call you are not always with the phone. So it's really, really important to always learn in group. And if you are someone who doesn't love to learn in group too, you can create a small group. Because there are some people who can blah 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 blah.
That one there, I don't like it.
I don't like it either. Because it kind of gives you pressure. You'll be like, I don't know it.
And in the exams day, at the faculty day, you'll be like, you don't learn anything.
Exactly. That's one thing about me. Like when I get to the exams hall, I don't want to read before the exams. I just get in, and then I feel like I'm always ready.
Listen, I said it was the same thing. Mm-hmm. But it was the same thing, but for, I don't know, what was the pathology?
Yeah, because
we went inside and then they said, they've postponed the time, like we should wait for like 10 or 15 minutes. I started seeing people going to take their books again and they started learning. What's going on? And then when I'm going to the exams room, I don't send anything. I only send my pen. Like the materials I use to sit for the exams. I don't send any other thing. So I had to go and beg for my phone.
You should always. Exams, you are never ready. I always tell these people, you are never ready. But then I feel like it's really helped a lot because at a point I was reading something that really came in the exams. So that was my lucky time too. So for the conclusion, you should always read. You are never ready until you are done with the exam. So that's how it works.
So what tips are you giving to we the young ones yet to take this exam?
Young ones, you should go in for it if you are really interested in it. You should make up your mind. You should make up your mind because the moment you lock your mind in, it really helps.
But the moment you are having uncertainty, it's going to be difficult.
You should just look.
I'm going to go through this part. The moment you understand that, you start your preparations.
Yeah, I feel like that's the best thing.
That's the best
in
thing.
or not. There's nothing like,
in between.
Yeah,
There's
in between.
Like
You should,
okay, what if I don't get it? I can go to Germany. I can go to UK. I can
and
go to
my tips is like, it's really tiring. I mean,
hey,
it's really tiring.
Mentally, you have to be strong.
But it's all about your mental. I mean, you
mentally,
should be prepared
it's
mentally.
very draining.
Yeah, you should just be
draining.
prepared mentally. That's the best advice I would give someone who is.
And not only that, even after you've gotten it,
yeah,
that's another part. After you've gotten it,
yeah,
it's not easy. At the hospital,
we'll talk about that, because if you really want to talk about the hospital, it's going to take you. I mean, it's not easy.
At the hospital,
it's not easy. So the tips you will just give there, you just have to make your mind up.
Yeah.
I mean, choose your book that you really want to study. And then, when you are done choosing your book, then you just start learning and just try solving questions because at the end of the day,
solve the past
I mean,
questions.
70 or 60% of the questions will be past questions.
60% will be past questions.
When you start reading, when you start writing, you should make sure that's the right thing.
Yeah, what you are writing is correct.
Yeah, there are no doubts.
What you are writing
because
is
you don't
correct.
have time
to go and say, okay, I've made a mistake, I'm going to cancel.
No. You should. So you should have everything in the back of your brain.
That's why I was very happy when the Ujons came to our lesson.
Yeah, because when it doesn't come in your favor.
That's all. You send them to...
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Yeah.
Because I remember I was writing. I'm having this Moroccan friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we entered, and then the questions, they didn't come to...
In his favor.
So... I was writing, he realized that the way I was writing, it's making sense.
Yeah,
so my paper fell. He left his own and then he was good.
Exactly. So it's all about that.
my papers for me to write.
He's helping a friend.
Yeah, he's also helping a friend.
It's really, really, really.
He was helping me. Yeah, he actually helped.
So there's that. It's basically that. Just get ready. Just put your mind to it. Everything you put your mind to, it's going to work.
Yeah.
It's going to work. All right. So this was an interesting conversation, and I hope, despite the fact that we are blabbing and stuff, people think we might be bragging, but you guys learned a lot of things from it. I mean, it's just that the medical school is just that. So basically, this is it, and this is our life, and then we will tell you guys more about, I mean, how hospital life is, and
draining.
And how stressful it is.
You have to prepare mentally.
Yeah. So. I feel like the moment you pass the exam, you should be ready for the exams, the hospital stress. Yeah. That's why they make you, I mean, get prepared mentally like that. So basically that was it.
No, the important thing is just to make that decision that I'm going to go through this part.
Yeah.
If you make that decision mentally, you are strong already to go through that.
Yeah. So guys, this has been it, and I mean, as time passes, we are going to tell you guys more about how the hospital is and like choices of specialties and I mean, interesting stuff.
Incoming stage.
Yeah. Staffs are going to pop up, and then like at the end of the day, what are we thinking of? Are we going to change our mind? Are we going to stick on the same path?
Exactly.
And a whole lot of stuff.
It depends. It depends on a lot of factors.
And then hilarious, I mean, medicals, hospital issues and stuff. Like, we are going to share a whole lot of stuff. Yeah. All you have to do is just subscribe and then do what you stick
and leave a comment
every week, and then leave a comment there. And please don't insult me. Yeah. Don't insult me. My haircut, I mean, don't insult me. Oh. Yeah.
No, okay.
He's looking fresher than me. Anyways, this has been. See you guys in the next one.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.